This video is brought to you by WeGotSoccer.com, offering all the latest soccer gear at everyday low prices. Don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for 10% off any order. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you a video today to talk about the ACC release of shoes from Nike and some of the confusion that has followed this particular release. If you're not familiar with what exactly is going on, Nike has decided to implement the ACC all conditions control technology onto all four of their silos. So it's very new to the Legend, the Laser, and the Vapor, where previously ACC was exclusive to the Nike CTR 360 Maestri 3. So now all of the top-end shoes in the latest colorways, which is what you see in front of you, will feature the all conditions control uppers. Also, I get a lot of questions about the takedown models. Only the top-end models will feature all conditions control, so if you buy the takedown model in any of these shoes, it won't have the ACC upper, so just keep that in mind. That's not really where the confusion lies. Everyone pretty much understands that ACC is included on all the top-end shoes now, but where there wasn't clarification from Nike is the small tweaks that they've made to the all conditions control versions of these shoes, making them a little bit different than the previous models, whether it be a synthetic or even some changes to the actual upper itself, which I'll hopefully clarify for you in this video here. If you're not familiar with what exactly all conditions control is, I'm sure a lot of you are by now, it's essentially a wet control element where it allows for better friction between your foot and the ball when playing in wet conditions. It's a process where Nike permeates whatever ACC is into the upper. It's not actually a coating, so it's not going to wear away or anything like that. And I can tell you that it does actually work to a pretty good extent. It's something that I'd personally rather have on my shoe than not have, and it's something that Nike could have easily implemented on all of their shoes other than just the CTR 360, which is why they now have it. As far as the CTR 360 itself is concerned, this is something that was originally a design element on the Maestri 3, which is why you see the all conditions control logo on the heel. This was always on there, so the original two colorways of the Maestri also featured all conditions control. So this particular colorway is no difference from the original launch colorways. So just look at this as an all new colorway rather than an all new shoe like the other three models here. This is also why you see all conditions control on the tongue of all three of these models as opposed to the CTR 360 Maestri 3, simply because this is new to these shoes. It's a design element that Nike kind of threw at them kind of in I don't want to say mid-release, but in halfway through their lifespans. So that's why the logo is on the tongue as opposed to being implemented in the actual design of the shoe like it is on the Maestri 3. As far as the actual changes to these three lines are concerned, because these are the first shoes to implement the all conditions control uppers, there are some small differences, but as far as the Legend is concerned, this is the shoe that has undergone the least amount of change if you want to compare the ACC version to the original versions that don't have the all conditions control uppers. A lot of people were worried about the Legend because this is the only shoe to feature the natural material on the upper with this kangaroo leather forefoot area, and I can tell you that ACC, while it is something that's permeated into the upper, I have to assume that they did something with the dye on this particular one because the leather itself is not affected whatsoever. It hasn't changed it, and I have to imagine that you're still going to need to treat the leather like you would any other shoe. I don't think that it's going to actually kind of permeate the material and kind of create a barrier. Of course, I really can't verify that for you. The shoe is too new still that I couldn't tell you. But as far as until I know that, I would just assume that you can treat the shoe with leather cream like you would any other kangaroo leather shoe. Nothing else has changed here. The feel of the leather is exactly the same in terms of how it feels to the touch. You still have that kangaroo leather vamp in the forefoot area, and of course you have the Kangalite midfoot. As far as how it does feel on the ball, if you ever use any of the ACC uppers on the Maestri 3, it has somewhat of a slightly textured feel to it. I don't want to call it a sticky grip on the ball, but there is some extra grip that, again, you feel it right away when you first put the shoes on, but it's something that tends to go away after about 20 minutes once you do get used to the feel, and it's not something that really changes or hurts the shoe in any way in terms of feel on the ball. Some people might actually like the little bit of extra grip. As far as the Laser 4 is concerned, this was a confusing one because when it was first went up for pre-order, we saw that it was going to be a Kangalite upper, but with the actual release, it's not Kangalite, and we saw the name change in the titles of the pre-orders just a couple weeks before they were released. As far as the synthetic itself, it's an unspecified synthetic, but it is different from the original synthetic release on the Laser 4. It seems to be a little bit thinner, and to me it reminds me of a slightly thicker version of the Tajin synthetic, which is what we see on the Nike Mercurial Vapor 8. The synthetic is nice and soft. It's very, very good. But like I said, we don't know exactly what it is. Hopefully Nike will specify this in the future, probably on a future colorway release. Of course, it does feature the all conditions control permeated to the upper as well. Other than that, nothing else has changed. You still have the exact same adaptive shot shield and striking element. Same exact fit, same lacing system, same sole plate and stud pattern. Nothing has changed here. As far as Vapor itself is concerned, this is a shoe that's probably undergone the most amount of change to the previous versions of the shoe. The first change coming in the all conditions control upper. This is the third variation as far as texturing on the shoe is concerned. It doesn't have the synthetic suede finish, nor does it have the faux leather finish of the Clash version. Instead it has kind of a combination of the two. I'm not sure how great you guys can see it up close. There will be some pictures featured on the review page of all the review pages for all of these shoes if you want some higher quality, more close-up pictures to give you a better idea as to how these shoes actually do look. But I would call the finish on this upper kind of a combination between the synthetic faux leather synthetic finish and the synthetic suede finish. Very, very soft to the touch. And I have to say that the synthetic itself feels like the softest version of Tahitian synthetic that we've seen on the Vapor 8. That's just a personal opinion. Obviously, feel is different from person to person, but I feel like this is ever so slightly softer than the other two versions. The other change comes in this clear ring we see running around the forefoot area and toe box of the shoe, and this is Nike's way of addressing the durability issues that some people were having with the Nike Mercurial Vapor 8. Keep in mind that I've said this before, I've used all of the colorways of the Vapor 8, every single one, and not had a single pair tear on me or any durability issues whatsoever. So this is something that not everybody was having, but Nike has addressed the issue, and this is going to allow for a much better bond between the upper and the sole of the shoe, hopefully allowing for less durability problems in the future. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it as far as what the exact differences are for all three of these shoes that are new to ACC. Keep in mind the Maestri is exactly the same as previous versions, just a new color. Other than that, guys, as far as what I expect to see in the future for Nike, I think that ACC is a very good technology and something that we're going to see a lot of. I don't think Nike's going to drop the ACC on future colorways. It's something that I would expect to see every colorway from now on, and probably on next models even. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it as far as what the minor differences are. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you could leave a like, it would be greatly appreciated. Any questions you guys have related to the video, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And any questions you guys have not related to the video, go ahead and leave a comment on my Facebook page. There will be a link in the description of that as well. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.